Hello and
Good
good morning to our digital church family. Great to be joining with you again this Sunday, and thank you so much, Anthony, for that beautiful setting of music. It's amazing to just see that image of Jesus's outstretched arms over the nation. And we're excited this morning to be interviewing Helena Ruinard. Are you there, Helena?
Can you see me? Hear me?
Hello?
Hi.
Yes, we can see you, we can hear you. It's good to be with you this morning. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start straight away with a question really about being a musician. So how has your work as a musician changed over the last month, and have you had to develop new skills and ways of doing things?
Yes, it's certainly changed. The biggest change is no live performances at the moment. But we have been, trying to get our heads around technology like everybody else, I suppose. And also I've taken all my teaching online, and that's been a great comfort actually, and joy, to be able to keep connecting with those young people and adults. And that's really kept me going, because the performance side of things is a bit of an unknown at the moment. But yeah, learning new skills, trying to get to grips with video editing and large files and things that Simon does at the click of a finger.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I think having had quite a few weeks of not teaching in school and then suddenly having some contact with people over the internet was a massive blessing, and even better it will be when you can be back teaching in the room with them again, I'm sure. It'd be interesting to know, Helena, what unexpected joys you've had and that you've experienced living in Yorkshire over these last couple of months.
Well, yeah, it's like being married before being married. So it's been wonderful actually to have this time to share with Ant. But yeah, I mean, in terms of living in Yorkshire, and I've been surprised by how pleasant Castleford is. We've been getting to know it on foot, and running into people from the church and outside that Ant knows, and for me, building up associations with places. It's been really wonderful actually. Definitely put things in perspective for me, and Castleford has many beautiful places, it turns out.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, isn't it, to explore kind of a bit of the countryside that we otherwise might not have known was there. I know certainly for us, we've kind of learned that there's lots of lovely walks around us that we just may never have come across before. So as somebody you're still relatively new to our church family, and it's been amazing for us to welcome you into that. We can just see Anthony sneaking into shot a little bit there. Hi, Anthony. So what has it been like for you, Helena, participating in digital church?
It's been great. It's been, a lovely thing to enjoy with Ant. And I think maybe because it's been digital, it's been easier for me to be involved in contributing my music, which has really, made me feel very much part of things. So it's been a very positive experience. And of course, had it not had to be online, I wouldn't have been able to be here with you every week in person. So it's been very positive in so many ways. But the only thing is not being able to stand up and sing together or have hugs.
Yeah, we just want to say as well, thank you so much for your contributions to the music from Legacy. It's been such an amazing and enhancing thing to have your skills. It's really lifted our music, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I think it's been said over a couple of weeks, but it really does bless and add to everything that Legacy does and contributes to our worship so well. So I'll echo that from him. While we're on about music, a question we ask people each week is that has there been any music or scripture that's been important to you over the last few weeks and months?
Yeah, funnily enough, I'm part of a philosophy school, and scripture-wise, well, we've been studying some writings from Marsilio Ficino, who was a philosopher in the 1400s, and he was also a Catholic priest, and we've been studying a group of his letters to do with the eternal laws, as he put them, and our teachers have. So they've been grouped in under themes like patience, forgiveness, not stealing, and self-control. So actually it fitted in really well with what seems to be the theme at the moment for the core, which is the Galatians. I think it's based on Galatians 5:22 and 23, is it?
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, that, but also maybe Proverbs 3:5-6 has been coming to mind. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing those, Helena. That Proverbs one is a particularly important one to me, actually, because that was written in the first Bible that was gifted to me by Mick Levine. So that's always been a special verse for me.
And I think it's the verse that Catherine Wynne shared many weeks ago when she started off this whole Connect period as well. So obviously one that's really important to a lot of people in our core.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Our last question for you then. What can our church family pray about for you and Anthony as well? We'll include him in that kind of, yeah, moving forward for you.
Okay. Well, I think from my point of view anyway, patience regarding material aspirations, wanting to make this my home in sort of, worldly ways, and I had this real strong desire to buy a house, but just going to have to be patient, and we're very fortunate that Ant has a nice house of his own already. So patience, trust that I can adapt my work, and good judgment in how I do that to the current situation. And then perspective, to allow us to allow space for real happiness and service.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for those things. There are some lovely messages in there. Becky Elliott says, Ant and Helena both in one morning. Brilliant. So it's lovely to be able to connect with you, Helena. We're definitely going to be praying for those things for you. And I'm sure there are many more that echo the sentiments of needing patience in this time. And thank you so much for your honesty and your openness. It's been great to share with you in this way. And thank you for being willing to be interviewed live. We really appreciate that. We're going to move on now. We're going to listen to Amazing Grace. Thank you, Helena, for joining us.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.